Hey everyone, it's Click here again, and today I have Shockwave from Bumblebee. So, I got a lot of requests for this guy, and I finally got around to building him, and he came together actually very fast. I think it only took me like 2 days to finish up a little prototype kind of thing, and then I ordered the parts, and here he is in his jet mode. I don't really know what it is. It's some sort of Cybertronian vehicle of some sort. Um, it looks pretty cool. I originally didn't really care for this design, but it's kind of grown on me since I built it, and I think it actually looks pretty good. I really like the mixture of the gray and the purple. I think it looks pretty good. Here you can see you got like an exhaust here. You can even spin if you want. And yeah, you got some nice fins going on here. Got little ones here. Got the tube kind of thing wrapping around there. And this is supposed to represent the cockpit. And these two kind of fins here can be angled and adjusted. However, you can bring them up for that kind of look if you want. You could bring them all the way down, kind of like that. Or if you really want, you can bring them up and angle them out, or lots of things you can do with this. You can put them in if you want. I kind of like having them just like that. I think that looks pretty cool. For a couple size comparisons, we have Starscream. Of course, he's on his little stand, so he's quite a bit taller, but you can kind of see that. And here we have Soundwave in his tank mode. And last but not least, here we have a minifigure. So he's pretty big. And that's about it for his jet mode. So now we can move on to the transformation. So this is pretty simple to transform. Actually, he kind of has a very weak gun mode, so I guess we can go to that. It's not really a mode I really intended. It's really not that great, but what we're gonna do is bring the leg, or what will be the leg, out, fold these in, and then just bring them down, fold this piece in on both sides, fold this piece up, and kind of bring this fin around, and rotate this like that, and then spin this whole thing around. Do the same thing on this side. Take this, bring that up, bring this up, fold that down, and then bring this around like that, and then flip that around, and then what we'll do, kind of angle that a little bit like that. And if you want a gun mode, it's very weak. It's not the best mode, but you can get something out of it. You can kind of hold it like this. Kind of got something that looks like a trigger of sorts. If you want, it's not really intended, but it can work. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the robot mode. So bring these legs down, and then spin them back around, and bring this kneecap up. Same on this side. And what we'll do next is fold the toes out. And coming back here, you can kind of make sure this is kind of flush with the leg armor. Sometimes that likes to come out. Take this exhaust here and bring that up. And then you're going to take these side bits here, and these are going to spin around. And you're just going to slide this to right about there. And then we're just going to leave that there for now. Do the same on this side. Slide this to there. Bring it down. And bring it in. So now what we're going to do is take these two pieces here. And they connect a little bit with the clip here. Just take that apart. And then there's a plate here. You just disconnect that. And these should kind of come apart at the hinges there. And you're gonna make sure this is out of the way. And then first, before we do anything with this arm, we're gonna disconnect the tube there. It's not really a tube here, it's kind of like a rubber piece, but swing this around. There are a couple hinges in here. You're gonna angle it like that, and then you're gonna slide this piece over to the side here and fold that along the shoulder, and then just kind of position that. And do the same on this side. Rotate the ball joint, and then slide this over and fold it down. And then you just position that. And then coming down here, you're gonna kind of rest that piece right there. And then you're gonna rest that there as well. Same on this side. Bring this up. And then rotate that back there. And then you're gonna take this tube here, and then this will kind of extend a little bit, and then it will clip in right to the bottom of this arm. And there you have that arm done. And actually that's both arms done. And as you can see, it's a very simple transformation. But we're going to take the head, spin it around, and then you're going to take these shoulder pieces, slide them to the side, and bring them down. Bring the head all the way down and fold the ears back. I know they're not ears, but and here we have Shockwave in his robot mode. I really like this mode. I think it looks pretty good, pretty detailed. You got all the colors in the right spots, I think, and I mean, I think it pretty much captures how he looked in the movie, and which was a very, very good design. I really love it. And yeah, I had to make a bricklink order because I had like almost no parts in purple, so I had to make pretty much quite a few orders just to get all the purple pieces. But I think he turned out really well. I think it was worth it. You can see from the side here, really no backpack, as well. Shockwave doesn't usually have a backpack, but yeah, you got the details back here. Not too much going on back there. I really like how the legs turned out with these the armor pieces there. I like the feet a lot. I think this piece is pretty much perfect for the feet to kind of wrap around the top. I think that was a pretty good choice there. I really like how smooth his thigh armor is. Pretty cool looking. And the head is not perfect, but I could not find a better representation at this scale. This is the best I could come up with. I think it looks fine. I really wanted to get that hexagon shape for the head, and I think it looks pretty good. And the same thing kind of with this chest is, like, I couldn't really get a full-on hexagon there because, well, I couldn't find how to find a way to get an angle on the bottom as well as the top. But I think it looks pretty good. And I really like how I got this arm right here. It's got all the little tubes and barrels and all that. Got that round thing. I don't really know what that is, but yeah, pretty cool looking. You got the tube that goes into the cannon there. Pretty cool. And it doesn't really limit articulation, this here. So that's pretty good. Speaking of articulation, let's go through it. So the hips are on a ball joint. You got some pretty good leg articulation there. You can even bring this out, and you can actually like bring it out that way a little more. You got a little under 90 degrees for knee, but you can move this to get over 90, which is nice. And then you can actually move this to kind of cover up that ball joint if you need to. And the feet are on like a ball joint right at the ankle, so you can do a little tilt, and for transformation you can do that kind of thing. And the shoulders are on quite a few hinges, you can see in there. So you got those hinges in there. You can kind of extend it out if you want. You can ball joint here, go in, out, all that stuff. And then you got the head here on a ball joint as well. So you left, right, very little down, and you can look like all the way up, although that kind of looks a little weird. And this hand has a bunch of little fingers, so you can articulate that as well. Now for a couple of size comparisons, you got Soundwave. So you can tell he is quite a bit bigger, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Here we have Starscream. And here we have Bumblebee. Here's Optimus V2. And a minifigure. That's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. I know this guy's jet mode was a little on the abstract side, but I think it looks pretty good nonetheless. I think his robot mode looks quite a bit better, if I'm going to be honest. I really focused on getting his robot mode as accurate as possible while still making a decent alt mode. But I think he turned out pretty good nonetheless. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.